To breed village chickens, we need to be aware of a few key things. They include selective breeding principles, proper management of laying and broody hens, hatching, and chick care. A reminder that for good breeding, you need 1 rooster for 10 hens, plus 1 extra rooster in case one gets hurt or dies. So, if you have 10 hens, keep 2 roosters, or if you have 20 hens, keep 3 roosters. You must always have a healthy rooster with your hens to make sure you get good, fertilized eggs. If there are too many roosters, there will be lots of fighting and the chickens will not breed well. Good breeding is selective and aims to increase production by using the best available birds to produce offspring. To achieve this, only birds that perform well should be allowed to mate, while other birds should be sold or eaten. A rooster should be young and healthy, so he does a good job guarding the hens and fertilizing their eggs. While chicks grow, watch out for strong males that you want to keep for breeding. A good rooster is healthy and confident looking, has well-developed chest muscles, is active and searches for his own food, is neither too big or too small, and is fast-growing. After 18 months, the adult males will need to be changed with younger males. Once males have reached about 18 months of age, sell them or eat them yourself. Hens are most productive under 2 years old. However, older good breeding hens may still be used for breeding up to 3 years. A good hen will have open alert eyes, have strong legs and feet for scratching and finding food, be active and searches for their own food, produce lots of eggs, go broody and sit well on eggs, and be a good mother to her chicks. Keep the young chickens produced by the good hens. Get rid of hens that lay few or no eggs. They should be eaten or sold. If you continuously breed and hatch chicks, you will have plenty of young hens to keep your egg supply constant. Having clean nests in safe places improves your production. It is easier to find eggs if nests are provided rather than allowing birds to lay eggs anywhere. Locally available items such as baskets, boxes, or similar containers can be used for nests. Pad the containers with clean, dry nesting material. For example, straw, leaves, or even sand. This will help to keep the eggs warm and minimize breakage or contamination. Provide 1 nest per hen. Make sure nests are protected from rain and wind and out of reach of dogs, other predators, and ants. Nests should be constructed in a way that protects the eggs from cooling from below or from falling out of the nest. Nests should be cleaned regularly. Every 6 months, fumigate long-used nests with smoke. If there has been a serious outbreak of disease or a heavy infestation of mites or lice, The nest should be bent and replaced using new materials. Village hens start to lay eggs when they are about 5 to 6 months of age. They produce 3 to 4 clutches per year. Laying eggs takes about 2 weeks and brooding another 3 weeks. Poor health will result in the birds coming into lay later and producing fever eggs. Laying hens can be identified easily. First, check the width of the bones around the vent. A non-laying bird has only 1 finger space between the pubic or pin bones and a packed vent. Laying hens have more between these spaces and a large oval, moist and bleached vent. Second, look at the comb. Adult hens with a very small and pale comb are not in lay or are molting or sick. It may sound strange, but there can sometimes be issues with laying eggs. For example, a hen may lay too many eggs. Some hens may lay 20 or more eggs in a clutch, but a small village hen cannot adequately cover so many eggs and can only properly look after a maximum of 8 to 10 chicks. A hen may also abandon her nest with all these eggs in it. One simple intervention is to collect eggs from the nests at least twice a day when hens are away. Always leave at least 1 egg in the nest to encourage the hen to continue using that nest. By taking eggs from a hen that is not yet brooding, you will stimulate the hen to produce more eggs, as the hen will always try to complete the clutch before starting to brood. If a hen is eating well, she may lay up to 25 eggs before becoming broody. The second concern is that hens may lay outside the nest box. To break this habit, keep the hens in the chicken house with some comfortable nests for a few days. Finally, hens may abandon eggs in their nests. Some people believe that taking eggs from the nest may cause a hen to abandon it. This may occur, but it's rare. If you remove eggs from a broody hen, do so at night when it is dark. Dust your hens with wood ash before collecting eggs so you don't leave a human smell on the eggs. Eggs intended for brooding should not be removed from where the hen laid them, otherwise she might abandon them. Now your hen is broody and sitting on her eggs. Let's learn how to support her to hatch and raise healthy chickens. Broody hens sit on their nests for most of the day and may even sleep there. They are aggressive and make a loud sound when approached. A broody hen will incubate the eggs and then look after the chicks that hatch. She sits on the eggs for 21 days, leaving the nest for only short periods to get feed and water nearby. Since her calcium reserves are low after laying the clutch of eggs, it is important to also provide her with a good source of calcium during this period to build up her bones and to encourage her to start laying as soon as possible after rearing her chicks. Make sure that she is brooding no more than 10 eggs and that they are good quality eggs. Very small or very large eggs should be removed. You can add eggs from other hens. However, do not use eggs from very young hens, as these usually do not hatch well. If possible, It is good practice to separate broody hens from other birds so that she is not disturbed while incubating her eggs. Candling will provide information on whether a baby chick is developing inside the fertilized egg and whether this chick is alive. To check whether a chick is developing inside an egg, you can hold the egg in front of a bright light inside a dark room. Candling can be done at about day 6 to 8 after a hen has started brooding a clutch to determine fertility. At this time, you can see the shadow of the baby chick as well as a fine net of blood vessels. Eggs in which no baby chick is developing are completely clear and may be removed and used for cooking. Place the eggs in water first to ensure that they are not bad. Good eggs will remain on the bottom of the container. Bad eggs will float. In a fertile egg, after 9 to 10 days of incubating, the clear air cell in the blunt end of the egg takes up about 1/4 of the volume of the egg, and the baby chick fills the remainder of the egg, allowing almost no light to pass through. There is a clear line separating the baby chick from the air cell. You can candle once again around day 17 to 18 to identify chicks that have died inside the egg. These eggs should be discarded as they are a potential source of infection for the hatching chicks. After 21 days of brooding, the chicks will hatch. Do not disturb a hen during hatching. Hatching might take longer if the hen cannot completely cover all the eggs with her body, or when the clutch consists of eggs from different hens. In this case, the hen may abandon the eggs that are not already hatched to look after the newly hatched chicks. To prevent this, remove dried chicks from the hen and keep them in a warm and safe place until the evening, when all the chicks have hatched. If eggs are not hatching after several days, candle the eggs to make sure they do not contain living baby chicks before discarding them. When a mother hen hatches her chicks, it is important to put the mother together with her babies into a mobile rearing pen or brooder box for the first 2 weeks, where they are safe from predators and she can scratch for food and care for them. Provide food for the chicks separately to the mother so that she does not eat their food. Refresh and clean chicks, water and feed every 3 to 4 hours. You should also replace the bottom material with newspaper or straw when it becomes wet and mucky. Any moisture in the litter will promote fungal growth. If young chicks inhale fungi, they will die from a chest infection. If chicks are seen to be huddling, it means they are too cold and need some extra warmth. After 2 weeks, the chicks do not need their mother's help, so you can put the hen outside so she can prepare to lay eggs again. After 3 or 4 weeks in a brooder, the chickens should have enough feathers to keep themselves warm if they are kept in a weatherproof house. Follow these steps and your flock is sure to flourish.